Hello everybody, my name's Tobbers. You probably know me from Empire War or Epic Quests. I thought today I'd just take you through some of the stuff I do behind the scenes, when I'm motivated, that is, of course. A sort of life of an admin type series. I have a long list of tasks that I intend to do either today or tomorrow, so I thought I'd just take you a lot through it, show you the process. Mainly doing this because I'm bored, but also a few people actually suggested this, so may as well, I guess. I just need to decide which tasks to start on, which are interesting, which are easy, which are hard, and then I'll get started. Okay, so I did some reordering. I'm gonna pick a few things out of here to do on Empire War at first. Mage edits is quite a big thing, so I'll move that down a little. But these are little tiny tasks I can sort out now. So I'll see you in game. Okay, so here I am in game. Uh, Nothing relevant in chat. So, let me just check. Ooh, let me just check the few things I wanted to do. I think one of them was map rotation. So, if we do map list, you see that those are the maps in rotation. But there are also some maps out of rotation, such as Cove and Ed Helond, things like that. At the moment, Ed Helond is broken, but it's part of a sort of secondary map rotation. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly list to myself the maps which are out of rotation. So Cove, at Helond. In fact, it's probably best if I just do, because that lists all of them. Yeah, Minas Morgul. I think that is it. Oh no, Losanach. And Goblin Ambush, which is Thorinsoul. Sorry, I was just writing that down in real life because it's easier. So what we're going to do is just change the map which comes afterwards. So if we type this in, you can see that it's quite easy to change map rotation on this server. So I'm just going to set the next map after each of these to something fairly popular. So let's say Helms, which is actually New Helms. And I'm going to do that to all of them. So I'll see you back in a sec once that's all done. Okay, you can see I've done that there. Some of the maps have got odd names, so Thorin's Halls is actually called Moria 3. Minas Morgul is misspelt, but you know, it's not a perfect system. That's why we're trying to recode the server. Now I'm just going to check which other things I need to do here, which I can easily do. Okay, so one I can easily do is adding the /top command to builders. And that's quite easy. I just do pex group builder add essentials.top. I assume that's the permission. It probably is. If not, I'll if not, they'll complain at me. So it's no big deal. Okay, the next item on the list is checking some edits one of our builders made, Antsorg, to the new Helms map. So I'm just going to warp there. So we, I believe, blocked off the Undercroft under the flag because people could capture from there, and it's quite bad for gameplay. Yeah, so that's changed. Now I just wonder. It is useful, so I'd rather than blocking it off, I'd rather change where the capture circle is. I'll talk to the other staff about this, so I'm not going to fix this immediately myself. I'm just checking what has been done. Consider it a temporary change until we can agree a better way to work this out. Okay, so we're back at my task list. You can see I've checked off these two. Where was the other one? Aha, there we go. I'll move these to the top just for ease of reading. Is there anything else I can quickly sort out which doesn't require much effort? Oh yeah, that has been already done by Demick and some of the builders, I think, so that's done. Thank you. I can do this now, just moving a spawn. So I'll see you again in game. So I wanted to tweak one of the spawns at Minas Tirith, so I'm going to walk to Minas Tirith. Oops, the Tirith, there we are. Now the 4th level spawn I'm looking for is just up here. I think it is... I think that's it there. we can check quite easily. I think the spawn is called something like show spawns Tirith 3M. Yes, there we go. So you see they're a little far away. The flag is way off over there. So what I'm going to do is move them to probably about here. I think that's much more reasonable. Let me just check how many spawns there are. What have I done wrong? 3M. Yeah, there are only 2, so that's quite easy. So this is how I move spawns. It's very, very easy. Even mods can do it if they need to. And the players spawn in whichever direction I'm facing as well, so I can choose that as well as the location on the ground. Okay, that's done. I think someone asked me to move another one. I'm just going to check my to-do list and then I'll have a look at moving that. Okay, so you can see I'm in Discord. I said I'd move the Mordor spawn forward. I've done that. And move Gondor's back slightly to the 5th gate. Yes, I remember that. Okay, so we're going to head in game and fix that right away. So we're going to head up to the 5th gate now. Let me just go a little faster. Time is of the essence, as they say. So I believe the Mordor spawn is around here somewhere, but that's not so important. What's important is this is too close. So I'm just going to try and think of a good way to change that. I could simply move it back to somewhere around here, but then it wouldn't be protected. The other option would be to extend this back a little. Let me have a look if that's possible. It's possible to extend it back a little. I don't really want them just running down a huge long corridor though. So let me have a think about that for a moment. Okay, I think the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this back a little further. That should help enough. If it doesn't help enough, then I will just move it back and place it over there somewhere. But I don't really want to do that because it decreases gameplay options, because at the moment players run up here. I don't really want players running towards the spawn like that. So, let me just get my well-lit one. And we can extend this back thus. If we move... actually, I think I might turn it around the corner a little. If I just move that 5 for now. Like it can go slightly further. I might push it back slightly further, in fact. I'm being spied on by King Marvin. Okay, good. That's not the current map. Okay. This might actually be enough. I might have ruined something outside. Let me just check. No, that is all fine. And I could do this with world edit, but I think it's easier just to do it like this. So I'll be back once I'm done. Okay, I did that. It was quite simple. Now I'm just going to remove my night vision, check it's all lit properly. Actually, I think I can just... Okay, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, I thought this would be slightly off. Okay, now I'm going to check whether spawn was originally. There really doesn't need to be that many spawns here, so I'm just going to reduce the number of spawns somewhat. So set spawn count Tirith 5G 1. Okay, now I've reduced the number of spawns, I'm going to move them. Oops. Okay, Now that should be a little better. Hopefully. If it's not, then we can think of something else to do at another point. But it's a temporary fix, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's no big deal. We can always change it. Okay, now I'm going to check my list of things to do and see what comes next. Okay, let's have a look at the to-do list. What have I done? I moved the third gate spawn. I also edited fifth gate gondor spawn. And I'll check that off immediately. Now, what shall we do next? I can change these cooldowns. That'd be easy enough. That's Epic Quest, so I'm going to move that down because I'm not so interested in Epic Quest right now. Finishing gate code is a very minor thing, but I don't think I'm going to do that right away. Okay, I'm going to add these cooldowns. I'm going to increase the cooldowns on axes for axe thrower and for torches for torchman. So I'm just going to move these up, and I'll see you. Well, you'll see what's coming next. Hello, so I'm currently in the file where all the special class abilities for Empire War are stored. I hesitate to call it coded. It's not really coding, it's scripting at most. So you can see I've got Torture here, and if we scroll down a little, Axe Thrower here. The code for all these classes is very, very similar. It's basically the same thing with different items, to be honest. So now we're just going to check here for where the cooldown is noted, and we're just going to increase that a little. So this is the torch throwing ability. So on right click, if your class is Torture or Umbar Raider, which are the two classes which have it, and if we scroll down a little, and you have thrown a torch more than 1.5 seconds ago, then it lets you throw a torch, basically. And we're going to increase that beyond 1.5 seconds to, let's say, 3 seconds. I think that's a little fairer, because now they don't just get spammed constantly. Now we're going to scroll down and find Axe Thrower and do something similar to him. See, here it's 0.4 seconds, which means you can basically spam axes. I think increasing him to 3 seconds here would be a little far, possibly. Maybe I'll increase it to 1.5, or maybe actually 2. And that should be it for now. Let me just quickly scan over this. Yes, that should all be fine. Now I think there's one other thing we can do in here, and that is deal with Mage. If it's stored in this file. I didn't do all of this, so sometimes it doesn't make complete sense. Aha, here we are. Right. So this is the jump ability. This is the fireball ability. And this is just some extra stuff regarding planks, etc. Okay. So if we look through here, so here I'm going to reduce this a little. I'm going to reduce it to 1, and I'm going to see what happens. It might cause absolute chaos, it might not. We'll see. I'll test it in game right after I've done this. Okay, so welcome back in game. I'm just going to go to spawn, choose a mage class, just from... Actually, I don't need to join a team. Actually, maybe I do need to join a team. I'm going to choose mage. Okay, so it turned out I need to be closer to the map to test that stuff. That's how fast it goes at the moment. And now if I reload the classes, it should go slightly slower. So SK reload class abilities. Might cause some slight lag. Now let's see what happens. Aha, much slower, much better. That makes the class much more balanced because it was going so fast that you couldn't really dodge the fireball, basically. I'm just going to play the game slightly, see how it works. I don't want to blow up our own barricades, so let me move closer. Okay, that's a little bit too slow. I'm going to increase it to 1.5, I think. Okay, I reloaded again. Let's see how fast it goes now. Okay, yeah, that's a good compromise. Cool. I'm just going to go back to my list and check off what we've done. So, here we are. Let's find where the mage edits we only did one of those, reduce fireball speed. Riku sent me a document I'll read later, but the fireball was the main issue there. I'll move this up. What else did we do? We added cooldown to this and that. Ding ding. Did we do anything else? No, I don't think so. So I'm going to leave off announcing these for now and have a look at the Pharaoh's Cat's Minas Tirith spawn on Epic Quests. So I'll see you there. Okay, so here I am in game again, joining Epic Quests. I think I know the warp. It's warp, Tirith, oh no, maybe EW, Tirith, something like this. I'll find it in a sec. Yes, here we are, Minas Tirith assets. These are 2 spawns. I have looked at them before. I'm just going to check over them one more time. I think the map is clear enough on the wall. That might need some editing. I think maybe perhaps a border around the side would be good. And of course all the armor stands need to be added. Otherwise it's quite good. I'll just look at the other one briefly. I have properly reviewed these in the past, but it was a little while ago. Oh yes, and of course the boost shop, whatever you want to call it, needs to be added. Okay, these are good. I'm going to now save them as schematics with World Edit. So this means I can move them over onto Empire War, which is of course a different server. So if we expand, let's say 25 up, I think that should be enough. Maybe expand it slightly more just to be sure. And then we want to go down here, type copy. And then skim, save, Tirith, Mordor. And now we'll do the other one as well. Okay, I've saved both those lobbies as schematics. Now I'm going to move them over to the Empire War server and load them up in-game. Okay, so here I am in-game, going on to Empire War to load those lobbies up. Wait for texture pack to load. Hi. Okay, now we're going to walk to Tirith. Actually, before we walk to Tirith, let's help this poor innocent player. When do boats come? I'm kinda near the harbour. They come once the dome is capped. I assume it's Osgiliath in that case. Yes, okay. Just need to teeth. Later. Classic response. Okay. Now we're going to walk to Minas Tirith and paste in those lobbies. Finally. I'll set them up some other day with the mod's help, but that's not quite necessary at the moment. Okay, so hopefully they'll load properly. Skem load. Oops. Tirith Mordor. Does not exist. Interesting. Let's see if the other one exists. If not, then I need to do some edits. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully they should load now. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. While I work out what's going on there, sorry if I don't reply to your messages in game. Hopefully from all of this you can tell why that is. I'm actually doing stuff most of the time I'm in game. So if I didn't answer your question, it's not because I'm ignoring it on purpose. I am ignoring it, trust me, but not out of malice. Okay, I've worked out why my schematics aren't loading properly. It's because I was putting them in the World Edit folder as opposed to the fast async World Edit folder, I believe. I'm just going to check that theory is correct, and if it is, I'll load them in and show you once I'm done. Okay, tragically, of course, I've realized too late, this is my own fault, that the lobbies were built in 1.15, and this is a 1.13 server, which means they can't be loaded. So either they'll have to wait, or mm, there are a few ways you can downgrade schematics, but I'm not going to do that myself. I'll try and get someone else to do that. Uh, so there will be no new Tirith lobbies anytime soon until that is fixed. I think that's about it for now. I'm not sure how I'm not sure how long this video has gone on for. Expect more if people enjoy it. Also expect more if people don't enjoy it. I'm still going to make them. It's kind of fun, to be honest. It gets me to do stuff when I wouldn't otherwise. You know how efficient I am. So until next time, see ya.